Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Chief of Defence Staff visits scene of twin bomb explosions in Jos. Says the war against terror is in progress. Bring Back Our Girls protesters stopped from entering the presidential villa. Federal government extends national conference sitting period by 4 weeks. And Thailand's military stages a coup, takes control of government, also announces suspension of constitution. All right, a quick reminder to you that all our top stories are on our website, ChannelsTV.com, and on YouTube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. And then please interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and then follow the instructions. The House of Representatives Committee on Public Accounts has issued fresh summons to the Minister of Petroleum Resources, Dezani Alison Madueke, to appear before it over the alleged expenses of 10 billion naira on private jets. Also summoned are the Group Managing Director of the Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, Andrew Yakubu, Managing Director, Federal Airports Authority, the Managing Director of the Pipeline and Petroleum Products Marketing Company, Mr. Haruna Momo, VistaJet International Limited, and other stakeholders. The Chairman, House Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Zakari Muhammad, explained that those summoned are to appear between June the 15th and the 17th to shed light on the various aspects of the alleged 10 billion naira expenditure.
We have a schedule, and you will know who is coming next after we take on all these other agencies. But we're writing those letters, updating those letters in terms of invites again to all those agencies. And we're looking at the 17, 18, and 19 of June as the dates we're going to take on each of these agencies for presentation. Why we're given this time, that we don't want a situation where some people will say they have been stampeded to appear before us. We know it's not going to be a tea party because of the caliber of people involved. But as a house, we're not after anybody. But ours is to expose what we think is all right in any system.
Meanwhile, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Michael Zekome, has warned the House of Representatives against making any move to resume the probe of the Petroleum Minister. He asked the House to put the probe on hold for now, since the Minister has a legal action before a Federal High Court in Abuja, challenging the legality of the House's decision on the oversight function. In a letter of protest delivered to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Anunu Tambuwal, Mr. Zekome faulted the announcement of the fresh move to begin the probe, warning that it will amount to an affront to the law court where the legal action was pending. He also copied the Senate in his protest letter. Well, let's take a look at some politics now, and it's about a month to the governorship election in Ekiti State, Nigeria's southwest region, and politicians, especially the candidates, are not leaving anything to chance. The All Progressive Congress came out strong as the city stadium was filled to capacity when Governor Kayode Fayemi led party leaders and members to solicit for votes. Governor Fayemi told the crowd that he's running on an existing record. Our political correspondent Sheung Okimbale reports.
Early in the morning, unusual crowd trooped into Oluyemi Kayode Stadium in Ado-Ekiti, the capital of Ekiti State. Dancing and singing were in the air, with banners of the APC and inscriptions of Fayemi's re-election dotting every inch of the sports center. The expectant crowd were totally ecstatic when Governor Kayode Fayemi arrived the stadium alongside APC leaders and other party bigwigs. Virtually everyone that matter in the APC are gathered here. Their mission is simple: support for Fayemi as he seeks re-election, and the chairman of APC Governors Forum kickstart the agenda.
Whatever it takes to support you to continue this good work, we the APC Progressive Governors will do that. Thank you. That is the man, that's the spirit.
After the governor's endorsements come party leaders' speeches. Their messages are clear.
Our own is progress, development, forward, education is important to the people of Nigeria, particularly Ekiti, as the fountain of knowledge. You don't want to change that. The man that will lead us to peace and prosperity is Dr. John Kayode Fayemi.
Time comes perhaps the climax of the event. The governor and his running mates get the flag, indicating the party's affirmation and full backing. The mandate from the party does not come with nothing. Fayemi steps up to the podium to tell the people what his plans are.
Today, I stand before you to declare that I have kept faith with our value as you have kept faith with me. In office and out of office, my commitment to serve you remains unyielding.
It's about a month to the polls, and the different candidates are making efforts to convince the electorate. But the APC believes they deserve a re-election to enable Fayemi and his crew consolidate on what they have done in the past years. Sheung Okinbale reporting for Channels Television News.
Away from politics now, and students of the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife in Osun State, today held up traffic along the busy Ife-Ibadan highway for several hours. The students who were protesting the increase in their school fees from 17,000 to 84,000 naira formed a human roadblock, bringing motorists to a standstill. They demanded that the authorities should revert to the old rate, even as they've been asked to go on holiday. Now, the federal government today granted the National Conference a 4-week extension to give delegates more time to exhaust their debates. The conference was originally scheduled to end on June the 17th, but the conference chairman, Justice Idris Kuchigi, told the delegates that the government, through the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, has approved an extension. To health issues now, and statistics on gender violence from the ongoing World Health Assembly in Geneva have revealed an alarming rate of genital mutilation and underage marriage globally. The report shows that between 70 to 114 million women and girls had undergone genital mutilation, and over 64 million young women had been married before the age of 18. Our health correspondent at the summit, Yomi Otaigbe, reports.
Violence and newborn health formed the crux of continuing discussions here at the World Health Assembly meeting. For the co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, improving the health of mothers and newborn babies requires more attention.
If the rate of death had remained constant since 1990, then 17 million children would have died last year. And instead, the number was 6.6 million. That is incredible progress. It's also, though, still too many children dying. It's an urgent call to us for action. Getting that number down as close to zero as possible is a cornerstone of your work.
On gender-based violence, the First Lady of Zambia and Goodwill Ambassador deplored the prevalence of violence against women and girls and the extent to which these cases remain hidden and unrecognized.
It is frightening to think that of the estimated 800,000 people trafficked across borders every year, 79% are women and girls who are often raped, often drugged, assaulted or threatened with violence. Do we need to have more Boysens? Do we need to have more young girls die before we commit ourselves to eliminating gender-based violence? How do we prevent gender-based violence as a health sector?
Nigeria's Minister of State for Health aligns with the need for more action to reduce gender-based violence.
What we have agreed is now to set up a committee that will involve the Department of Family Health and Hospital Services. A small task team should be formed with specific instruction in gathering data and making sure that all cases are properly investigated and well reported and documented so that further action will be taken.
These issues will be further dissected at technical meetings, and delegates will come up with new action plan on how to curb violence against women and girls and accelerate the decline of neonatal deaths around the world.
From Geneva, Switzerland, Yomi Otaigu reporting for Channels Television News.
When the news at 10 returns, federal lawmakers query new budget. That'll be on Business News. Do join us again.